Welcome back to the Idaho Reload, everybody. So as you already noticed from this title, we are getting into the Mossberg 990 Aftershock. This is going to be me. I'm going to go over checking this out with you guys. I seen it while I was at the gun store as it came in. Unfortunately, I don't get to cut the plastic and all that myself because they did that at the store to check that in when it was shipped in. But let's go ahead and go ahead and switch the view here for I can go through this with you guys. Well, unfortunately, this is best as the tabletop view is going to be able to get. I can't get the camera any higher to be able to get a broader view on this. So we'll probably keep this portion of it pretty brief, and then I'll hold it up to the face view camera. But let's go ahead and get this opened up here. So. Here. All right. There we have it. So as you see, they cut this all open. So first glass, obviously you get a sticker. Get that. You obviously get the traditional, you get the manual, and the obviously the trigger lock you have to take that we could just trash. And then looks like they got a protector on the charging handle there. Jeez, I didn't even get that with my 940, so that's kind of nice that they included that on here. Anyway, so let's go ahead. That's it. Obviously, not much to the box. So let's go ahead and switch views here and get us knocking stuff all off. Go ahead and get this back to the regular view. All right, I need to get a better desktop camera down there, get it higher if I can get a little bit more room in here. Anyways, so let's take you guys through that. We'll go from tip to tail here. So you got there. Looks like it's got their upgraded safety switch that they done. And get the strap. I'm gonna end up taking the strap off. Don't need the strap. It's not a pump. So I'm not worried about shoving my hand in front of the muzzle there. The one thing I'm not too fond of with the Mossbergs is I'm not fond of it with the 940 either. Is the texture is mediocre on these, definitely, especially to the Beretta patrols. So anyways, so I'm thinking of maybe stippling this. Probably doing it over these, but where they got the Mossberg, get that in here, where they got the Mossberg logo right there and inscribed, I'll probably end up stippling that because it needs texture on the bottom. It really does need texture on the bottom. But the one thing I can notice on here versus like the traditional bird's head grips, this is, I mean, I would say that it is an improvement, and it's got like a on the top here, it's like got a little bit of a rubbery grip texture to it. Yeah, it's got it. So it does feel like one of those rubbers though that might attract stuff. But anyways, I'll be honest with you guys. I got this with the sole purpose to SBS this anyways. So this will end up getting a Magpul SGA stock on it, and being an SBS on this. So where I'm at on this, unfortunately, unless we get, I guess I should get closer to the mic here, is that unless we get any injunctions in soon here, unfortunately, it's looking like, is the way that their quarters, their 90-day quarter, anyway, it's messed up. that the tax stamp won't go away until January. So that's a pretty lengthways there. I mean, so it's got to weigh, because right now, if I do it, it's $200. And I still would rather not to register. So a lot of this stuff, everything's in the air right now. So unfortunately, I'll have to wait to SBS this. And I've gotten pretty good with the push and pull method anyways. So I kind of use that anyways. But the only reason I want to have a stock on it anyways is for the make it easier for the shoulder reloads. So having that extra room. So that's but yeah, you guys. So this the Mossberg 990 Aftershock. And so with this one, everything's supposed to be built in to the receiver. Nothing coming out to extend there. So that's the reason it takes takes any stock that goes onto a 590. This is a 590 pattern. So that's awesome. And everything here besides the receiver, I think the receiver looks longer, is that it besides that, and obviously being shorter, it looks almost identical to the 940. I mean, but obviously, because they used, obviously these look like they're using the same forends. There may be modifications to it because of the receiver, but the receiver looks longer. The receiver looks longer than the 940. But everything else looks like functions the same. There, sorry, it's probably gonna be loud. And then everything else, trigger feels the same. Yeah, it's safety smooth. I actually do like this safety versus the other one. Fortunately, that's another thing that they did a rolling change on. They did these new safeties after I bought mine, and I still got the older safety. Well, on all my Mossbergs. But yeah, actually, you know what? Let's compare it to the regular one. Let me go grab that real quick. So hold tight, you guys. So I figured I'd do a tabletop view on this to probably be easier for you guys versus me holding it up to the camera. So I'm gonna try matching these receivers a little bit here. That's about there. Yeah, I guess the receivers are pretty close. The 990 is a little bit longer, but not by a whole lot. Yeah, it's about the same, even with this stuff. See, as you guys can tell, hand guards all the same. Besides that, it just looks like they just moved everything forward, and you can tell back here. I don't know if you guys can tell. Oops. Right here, it's just got the different shape, the way that it comes in at the rear here. So obviously the receiver's different. There's no doubt on that. Let's take a look. The loading port, I didn't really check that out. So looks like loading ports feel and look the same. They still, beveled all this out. Both of them are still beveled out the same. So if this follower's got a slot in it for some reason, so they changed. That's different. Changed that, and I believe on this it looks like one thing I did notice. So it's got their upgraded bolt release here. It would not the release itself, but the little shroud that they do, I guess, to help prevent you from accidentally. I don't know. I don't remember how they marketed that, to be honest with you. I think to keep you from accidentally jamming up your gun, hitting it when you don't want to hit it. Yeah. So yeah, you guys, it's I'm excited. I wish I could start getting everything going now, getting the stock on and all that stuff. But actually, you guys, that that review. If you haven't seen it, I do have a review of the Vortex Viper shotgun enclosed micro red dot. I did a review of that, and I'm going to go ahead and throw that on now. So I'm going to throw that. I'll switch views here real quick for you guys, or yeah, I'll switch views here for a second, and then we're going to install that. So give me just a second. All right, you guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it in the desktop view because it'll be easier for you guys to see and do all that. So I got my sight right here. So, and I did already look that up, which it's on most Mossbergs anyway. So I already got the screw size all set. Get those out of the way. I don't know why I threw all that stuff back in there. And because I already preempted to do this. So yeah, screw size, I already looked it up. So if you haven't seen my video on the opening and everything of this site, these QR code right there takes you to their site and tells you which screw pattern that your shotgun takes. So I'm going to pull those out. I'm going to pull the sight back out. Okay, I don't need anything else right now. I need to grab my gunsmithing tools here, as I need to match these, get a fine tip here to take those screws out. But actually, before I do that, I need to see how many screws I'll need and which ones that I need to take out. Oh, and I'm going to apologize in the background, you guys. My puppy's got its toy, so apologize for that, you guys. She's hanging out with me, and so it looks like it takes 3. Yeah, like it almost could have did 4, but so it looks like 3 right there. So it looks like 2 in the rear. So, whoops, let me get it. Sorry, you guys, I had it out of camera. So it looks like with this, oops, line that up for you guys to see. If you guys see the screws, get that lined up. So anyways, you got screw there, and a screw there. So we do have enough for 3 screws. So let me grab a screwdriver to get those out. So just to double check which ones I'm taking out. So it looks like that one. Okay, so 2 rears and a forward, so that one stays. Okay, let me grab grab a screwdriver here, my Wheeler kit, and let me find the screwdriver. And just give me a second. Let me locate this, you guys. All right, looks like if this looks like this would be the right one here. So let's take it out of there first. Yep, that actually fits pretty good. So, sorry guys, kind of hard to hold and do all this stuff and around obstacles of mics and cameras and everything. But we'll make do. We'll make it work. Move that aside. Oh, whoops. Come on. Sorry, I'm having a hard time seeing where I'm at. That's weird. Did it fit in that one slot on that one screw? But no, oh, there we go. All right, jeez. Just sorry when you have which you want when you use gunsmithing tools, you get nice tight fits on stuff. You make sure that you're grabbing the right ones, which I did. Except I don't like how this doesn't hold this bit in here. So All right. That one's way shorter than the two rear ones. That's like half the size. There's no issues with the screws, hopefully. All right, so with that, you know, for those that were just interested in seeing the shotgun, you probably were wanting to see this. I'm sorry for that. Actually, you know, before we get into that, I did want to check, because I haven't brought this swivel out, is whether, let me get in here. Sorry, let me get sorry, trying to maneuver this away from everything. There we go. Now, if the camera will focus. They have the QD in the rear here. And so I get annoyed, and it's free spinning. I never use it anyway. That's the biggest thing that annoys me with gun makers now, is that they don't do they go the cheap way, and they just freely spin. Yeah, let's just get tangled up in our slings. Why don't we? So, and that's one thing that bothers me with gun makers now. It can't cost but a few cents more to make it anti-rotate. But anyways, I digress. You know what, you guys? I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this a separate video on the install on this, because some people probably aren't coming to the video for this. You know what? No, let's just go with it. Let's just roll with it. We're already in it. If you've seen what you've wanted to see with this, you can tune out now. But we're gonna go ahead and get this installed here. Let me get some. Got to clean out those screw holes. So I got some alcohol here. Just getting it on some swabs, some isopropyl alcohol. And let's get those holes cleaned out here. Get any grease or any of that stuff out of here. All right. All right. Got those holes cleaned out. Put this away. All right. And we're going to move on. That cleaned out. Let's grab the screws, because we're going to need 3 of these screws here. And I do know these screws already have Loctite on here. I prefer using the Viper-Tite, but these already have Loctite on them, so we're just gonna go ahead and roll with that. Okay, and we'll get all this all started. So I already have tools ready to go. I'll start that. And you know what? Take that out. Real quick, I'm going to use there just for anything that I put quite a bit on that Q-tip there, just so we're not creating bubbles. Make sure I got any residual that hadn't vaporized. All right. Oop, I should probably cut that sticker off. All right. So yeah, I'm actually really excited to turn this into an SBS. I think this is going to be a fun rig here. And unfortunately, I have to wait, which that's not fun, having to wait. But the one thing is, and give me a comment down below, you guys. I talked about this because I mentioned this was coming in on a previous video. I believe I think it was on on my opening of this site. But anyways, so I'm curious on how this does compared to the 940. So comment down below. Let me know if you guys want to see that comparison between the two, the 940 and the 990 Shockwave. Because I'm curious, because this is a brand new operating system that they came out with. The Bella jam this all into a compact package. So I'm and there's not many reviews out there of this shotgun. It's kind of hard to get your hands on anyway. All right, so I do know the torque specs on this are 12 inch-pounds. So I'm gonna have to use my Fix-It Sticks kit. I'm gonna have to use a universal one because my lowest one is 15 inch-pounds. So I'll have to do this. Let me oh, I grabbed the wrong one. Jeez, I was like, sorry, they're both red. They both have red on them, so it throws me off. That's what I was looking for, is the universe, the one that you just rotate to what pounds you need. So grab that. Okay. So it's gonna be hard. So 12. So I'll just kind of have to wing it and stop it right before the 15. Okay. Okay. Okay, I just want to double check. I want to make sure this thing's on there. Okay, yeah, we're all perfect. All right, we are all torqued in. We're all set up on there. Put these away here. And now we have our red dot on there, or red. I use the 32 IMA circle anyways. But yeah, so with this now you can see that in practice. Again, I'll put up above, you guys, to a link for that video for you guys can see the unboxing of this. And then so you got the 3 mounting points on there. That's where the universality comes in. And what's really nice about this site, you guys, if you really, actually, I'll probably switch views on that. But this, you can't get any lower. You can't get any lower than this without it being a direct optics cut. And anyways, so let me go ahead and switch views here. Well, future me here, I was just editing this and realized going through this that I never showed you guys where to find one of these. So I went ahead and put it in the description down below. There's a link there if you wanted to pick one of these up. But anyways, back to the video. All right. So I'm going to show you the view here, you guys. I don't know if it's try to get as close as I can here. Let's go in like this. Anyway, well, yeah, you can't get that view, but if you look inside this site here, you can see everything's just sitting right. Everything's right down. It's just right down the bottom. You can't get any lower without being being cut into the receiver. Even though their next revision is going to have that, but anyways, but that's it installed. I'm excited with that. So yeah, that's on there. All one kit. You got your mount. You're not having to deal with Picatinny mounts or any of that stuff. It's right there. It's all on one mount all together. I love that site. But yeah, you guys, I'm excited to get this out and shoot it. So stay tuned for that video. And I'm probably in that video. I'll probably compare it. I'll probably compare it to the 940. And I just caught myself. I realized I was looking at myself in the screen instead of looking at you guys. So yeah, that's, I'm excited. There hasn't been many videos out here of this gun. So, I really wanted to, share this with you guys, share the unboxing with you guys. Unfortunately I'm gonna have to use this grip for a while. But yeah, so that's the Mossberg 990 Aftershock. I'm stoked. I'm excited. I'm ready to get this thing built out because this is let me get back. This obviously I'm going to take this off. But yeah, this is a awesome pack. Semi-auto, just like the Shockwaves, but semi-auto, right? And so and then yeah, this is awesome. So anyways, you guys, thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. And then until the next video, you guys, God bless you guys, and I'll see you next time.